His word is because there's no light in it. That's why we don't want anyone prophesying, deceit. That's why we don't want anyone prophesying to us lies. Let's get back to Matthew, chapter 13. In verse 26. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So, many of the tares going to come in and call themselves Israel. But the Most High going to take care of all of that. This good word, that's why it came out of Daniel 12 and 10. Once you speak this word, they're not going to understand it. Then you know who you're dealing with. Verse 27. So the servant of the household came and said unto him, Sir, this not thou sow good seed in the field? From whence then have the tares come? How did the tares get, how did they grow in, with the good seed? How did them weeds come in with the good seed? Because the weeds they gonna spring up with the good seed as well. Verse 28, and he said unto them, an enemy have done this. That servant said unto him, Will thou then that we go and gather them up? Listen what Yahushua said. But he said, Nay, least while you gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. So it's not our job. It's going to be the Most High Yahushua's job. He's going to weed them out. But ultimately, weed them out through this gospel. Through this gospel. That's how he weed them out as well. Verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And the Most High, he's coming to gather the harvest. And I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in a bundle to burn them, but gather the wheat until my barn. So the Most High is telling you what he gonna do with the tares. The tares, he gonna put them in a barn, and he gonna burn them. And America is that barn, that great altar, that great sacrifice that Hamashiach Yahushua is coming to burn. If you can receive this. Verse 31. And another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like the grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in the field. And he said that mustard seed is a vine. You need a vine, to grow that mustard seed, just like a vine that grow green beans, a vine that grow peas. That vine, that mustard seed. And ultimately, the analogy I'm using here is Israel is that mustard seed. Israel, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, is that mustard seed. Because we the lowest of the lowest. We the smallest of the smallest here in Babylon the Great. We that mustard seed. The analogy of it. Verse 32, Matthew 13:32, which indeed is the least of all seeds, and we the least of all people in America. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You the least of all the people on the earth. We don't have no land. We don't have no nationality. Well, we know our nationality is the biblical Israelites, but you let them tell us we got these bywords. We call ourselves black. We call ourselves Negro. We call ourselves Latino. We call ourselves Indians. Ain't that the least? That's the least. We the least of the people on the planet Earth. We at the bottom. We stay in the ghettos and the barrios. We are the least in this kingdom. They make every law contrary to us to keep us at the bottom. We the last hire, first fire, so we the least of the. We just like that mustard seed. Verse 32 again, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among the herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge and branches thereof. So, but when that mustard seed grow, and that's what we're doing right now. Why? Because we're coming back into our nationality. We're coming back to our true being the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And now you look what's taking place on the planet Earth. This gospel is spreading through the four corners of the earth, and we're becoming that big tree. We're becoming that strong tree. And that herb and we feeding our people. That herb, that's what you need herb for. The feed. Herbs is good on food. And that's what we're good for. We're feeding our people this good food, this good news, this gospel. And our people are eating it up, and they loving it. Verse 13. And that's those branches as well, breaking off in Europe, breaking off in Italy, breaking off, where else? In Spain, breaking off in Africa. That branch is breaking off all over the place. Verse 13. And another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. So, we building up. But we also know a little leaven leavened the whole lump. That's in Galatians. We know that. The 5th chapter in Galatians. I don't know what verse. I know it's in the 5th chapter. A little leaven leavened the whole lump. Let's get it. Yeah, Galatians 5 and 9. A little leaven leavened the whole lump. We're not trying to leaven the lump. We want this leaven, we want the righteous leaven, of Mashiach Yahweh, this gospel to spread. Matthew chapter 13 and 34. All these things spake Yahweh unto the multitude in a parable, and without a parable spake he not unto them. Why? Because he said unto them, it's not given to them to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But he was talking to the disciples, but unto you it was given. And we know these mysteries. That's why we coming out here on the highways and the byways. They're calling you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to repentance. Verse 35, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which I have kept in secret from the foundation of the world. And we know what that leads to. The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Most High power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets. So the Most High, he revealed these secrets, the secrets of the Bible to his servants, the prophets. And his prophets are out on the highways and the byways throughout America and throughout the globe, preaching the good news to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the biblical Israelites. And I know somebody gonna get all simple. You're gonna say, how can a Negro, Latino, and Native American be on all over around the globe? Matter of fact, so we'll nip that in the bud right quick. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 64. And the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So the Most High, he scattered us through the 4 corners of the earth. So we all over the place. We all over the place. Just like that little cartoon or whatever. We don't die, we multiply. That's exactly what happened. We multiply all around the globe. Go back to Matthew 13. Where was I at? Verse 36, 13 and 36. Then Yahweh sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parables of the tares of the field. Verse 37. And it reads, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The Son of Man, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 38, the field is the world, which I told you the field was the world. The good seed is the children of the kingdom, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, of the elect. And that 1/3, 2/3, gonna take a Lima here in America, Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Egypt. 2/3 got to take a Lima. Why? Because y'all don't gravitate and take hold of wickedness. So y'all can't, you're not going to put wickedness in a new heaven and a new earth. Then we're going to just, if you put wickedness in a new heaven and a new earth, it's going to just what? Wickedness just going to spring back up. If that make any kind of sense. We don't want to take wickedness into a new heaven and a new earth. And we don't have to worry about that anyway, because Hamashiach Yahushua going to put these laws, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. So we're not going to be able to commit sin. But 2/3, y'all going to have to get born into the kingdom. Y'all going to get born into the kingdom. Y'all not going to be, the first fruits of the new kingdom. That's why you should be repentant. That's why you should be calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The field is the world, the good seed of the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. So the tares, which we was talking about, them tares were sown with the good seed. Now we said the Most High, he said the tares are the wicked one. So who are the wicked one? Who are the wicked one? We know who the wicked is. Matter of fact, Job, let's go to Job 9:24. I read this every day. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He just said the tares are the wicked ones. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who covered the faces of the judges? Who made everybody white? That's the wicked one. Let's go to the book of Malachi. Let's go to the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4, because, the tares are the wicked one, right? Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have indignation forever. So the wicked ones is Edom. Okay, let's go see who Edom is. Let's go see who Edom is. Let's go to the book of Genesis, the 36th chapter. Who is Edom? And 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. So that's who the tares are. That's who the tares are that's going to be mixed in with you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And they're going to look just like you. But we came out of Numbers 1 and 18 that the houses be declared by the house of the fathers, while they polled from 20 years old up and up. So we know who the wicked are. We know who the wicked are. Let's get back to Matthew chapter 13. I know it's hard to digest, especially for you God loves everybody Christians. I know it's hard to digest.